If you could describe this course to your friend, what would you say about it?
I would say it's a great way to express your creativity in a sort of verbal form. Anything that comes to your mind, you could just put it down. It's really amazing. And they teach you so many things that can help you actually really, truly express what your heart is thinking.
Thinking about some of the activities we did through the 10 weeks with Miss Meher and myself, talk about one of your favorite activities or maybe one of your favorite poems.
I think one of my favorite poems was probably when we were talking about things that we can't control and things that are in our control. So, for example, I wrote a poem about the memories that I can always feel within me. We can't control the things that happen in the past, the future, or the present. They just happen.
Talk about some of the things you were able to do with some of your classmates, your peers throughout the course. How was collaboration for you?
Collaboration was great. We made some poems like the Cento, for example, that we all got to sort of pick something that we love and sort of collaborate it into one thing. And with Miss Meher, we also were doing things like, sharing out things, and we did it with you too. So it's nice to sort of share what we're thinking.
In our class, we had a chance to create a few community poems. And one of the community poems, we were able to look at different quotes that inspired us. We looked at a quote, and each student was able to create a one line poem in response to that. We used our one line to create a community poem, which we have today. Kylie will be helping me to read this poem. I'll give it a go, and Kylie will also give it a go as well. So for this version, I'll read one line and then you read the line after that. Okay.
Okay.
Nothing is set in stone. We adjust on the fly.
There are two parts of my life: making mistakes and fixing those mistakes.
Nothing is hard. We adjust on the way.
Everything changes. We change for the better.
Now one person makes the future.
Change is a river that everything flows from.
Nothing is impossible. We change when we try.
Things can only get better.
Nothing stays difficult as we go on.
Transformation occurs as a result of our choices.
Change is inevitable as we grow.
What is it that you seek from a community?
Shelter,
To be able to motivate them.
passion,
support,
to like respect each other.
teamwork, diversity,
communication, and safety.
Inspiration and kindness.
And I want to hear your You Are Who I Love poems.
You are who I love. You, the person who fights for the better. The person who sits down and talks with everyone who feels as if in the doldrums.
You who makes bad decisions. You who falls down but gets back up. You who perseveres.
You constantly posting stories on Snapchat and Instagram. You are who I love. You talking about how you always are getting less than 6 hours of sleep.
The outcasts, the left out, the oddballs, unusual, the cats and dogs without a home, the wildlife that still roams in the land that remains. These are all I cherish and love, the ones who would rather be alone than lonely.
you who gives money to charity, you who protests against pollution, you who has nice walks on the beach,
you sleeping peacefully, you sleeping roughly, you getting over someone you love.
You who always keeps going, you who helps everyone, you who supports all animals, you are who I love.
You who reaches to the tip and plants the flag. You who looks down at the sea we're seeing and the risks worth taking. You are who I love.
Life is revision, right? It is a way that we look at things, we make mistakes, We have certain parts of life that we call practice, right? So we can kind of know what we want to do with things.
Nothing is set in stone, we adjust on the fly. Nothing is hard, we adjust on the way. Everything changes, we change for the better. No one person makes the future. Change is a river that everything flows from. Nothing is impossible, we can change when we try. Things can only get better, nothing stays difficult as we go on. Transformation occurs as a result of our choices.
Sometimes our imagination is the thing that creates the worlds that we are in, right? We go to sleep, we have these wonderful dreams, and then sometimes we have these magical worlds. Or the situation can inspire our imagination, right? We might see something in the world and be inspired by that, and that can spark our imagination.
It's something I'm aware of. It's constantly ahead of me, ahead of my plans, my worries, my thoughts about them. It leaves me tired every time. What will I do for others, for my family, for friends? What will happen to them? Will they stay or go? Will they change? Will I change?
I know I'm not the only one who spent so long attempting to be someone else. Well, I'm over it. So bless my heart and bless my mind because it makes me that much stronger.
Death, our worst fear. Death, at the end of the road. Death, the inescapable visitor. Death greets everyone.
You are who I love. Tu cabello, tus ojos, tu mirada. No dejo de pensarte. Entera eres mi pensamiento. Desde tu ternura hasta tu dulzura. Entera eres mi sueño.
What would happen if you lost someone? Would you still be laughing? Saying this whole thing's done, saying this whole thing's a lie. Let's get up and go outside. Just help each other, no need to fight. If I was your brother, you wouldn't let this be my last night.
Sometimes the memories of happiness don't go away. Like a flowing river, the smile spreads across my clenched teeth, no matter what situation. Maybe a laugh, an unforgivable laugh that makes everyone turn around.
Love is more thicker than forget, more thinner than recall. I am always learning the same thing. One day, all this will only be memory.
And I'm so grateful that you guys allowed me to be in this space, and I loved spending time with you guys. Thank you.